How many of you ever felt like your decisions, your life, and even your freedom were not entirely your own? That somewhere a government or the big guy was watching you making assumptions and claiming a piece of your future based on rules you barely understood. We're not talking about a movie. We're talking about the reality of international taxation. For thousands of people with a connection to Italy, this is a legal assumption that can follow you. A statement that says, no matter where you live, your home is here and your taxes are due to us. In this video, we're going to talk about how to defeat this argument. We want to show you the most powerful and unique tool we have developed to put your back in control. It's a tool we call the Fiscal Passport, and it's a service that we offer that is changing the lives of thousands of people, especially high net worth individuals. We have become the go-to experts for anyone who needs to prove their tax residency in a country other than Italy while keeping ties with Italy of any kind. The problem, as we see it, is simple but brutal. The Italian tax system has a very strong legal assumption of residency. That means that if you are a registered Italian citizen, or simply you have what the law calls your fiscal domicile in Italy, you are considered to be an Italian tax resident too. And this assumption brings a massive financial burden. What is a fiscal domicile? It's not just about where you have an address. It's defined as the place where you have the center of your personal interest. This is a broad and often subjective concept that may include your family relationships, your social life, your network, your business interests, investments, your properties. For many professionals, actors, CSOs, and of course high net worth individuals, all these elements can point straight back to Italy, even if you're living and working full-time in another country. For example, your wife and children might still live in Italy, you might still own a house or company here, and this creates a dangerous situation. The burden of proof is on you. It's not up to the government to prove you are a tax resident, it's up to you to prove you're not. And for years, people have struggled with this, providing, confusing documents and hoping, praying for the best. This is why we created the Fiscal Passport. The Fiscal Passport is not just a document. It's a comprehensive, living, a dynamic report that systematically and on a yearly basis proves your tax residency in another country. It's our proactive, strategic answer to the legal assumption of the Italian government. We don't wait for the tax authority to challenge you. We prepare you to win long before they even have a chance to ask a question. The process is unique in Italy. It's a service that no one else provides at our level of detail and expertise. We gather every single piece of evidence that can support your case, including, for example, official documents from your country of residency, proof where your family relocation status, detailed reports of your business activities, investments abroad, evidence of your social life, for example, a person interested outside of Italy, a legal analysis of all the elements that could be challenged. In a few words, the Fiscal Passport compiles all of this information into a single, comprehensive, legally document. This is your shield. This is your proof. It's a tool that is so powerful, it has already helped thousands of people win against these assumptions. But world changes. Your life changes, and the law can change as well. This is why a key part of our service is the review. We revisit the Fiscal Passport every 2 years. This is truly a brand new part of our process. It's not a one-time service, it's a long-term partnership. We update your documentation, review any changes in your life or in the law, and ensure that your Fiscal Passport is always up to date and ready to be used. This ongoing review is what gives our clients the true peace of mind. Let's meet Marco. Marco, fake name of course, is a highly successful entrepreneur who built a tech company in Italy. A few years ago, he decided to move his business and his life to London, where he spends more than 103 days in Italy. But he has a new home, a new team, and a new life here. He's a British tax resident. However, his wife and children are still in Milan. He flies back every couple of weeks to see them. He still owns the family home in Milan and a company that holds his old assets in Italy. All of these elements, according to the Italian law, point to his fiscal domicile still being in Italy. The Italian government could easily challenge his UK tax residency. The potential tax at stake could be massive, a high percentage of this total worldwide income, which is in millions of euros. With the fiscal passport, we helped Marco. We documented his UK residency in detail. We analyzed and documented his business interests in London, his social life there, and every single flight and expense. We provided a legal and factual basis to show that his center of personal interest had definitely shifted to the UK. See, the fiscal passport became his ultimate place of evidence. A document so comprehensive, so bulletproof, that it defeated the legal presumption. He can now live and work in the UK with the confidence that his tax status is legally secure. Now, let's talk about another case. Let's call her Laura. Laura is a high net worth individual from Italy who relocated to Switzerland, a country pretty known for its favorable tax environment. She spent her entire year there. She has an official Swiss residence. She is registered as a Swiss tax resident. However, Laura still owns multiple properties in Italy and has a significant portfolio of Italian investments, around 56 million euros. She visits Italy frequently to manage her properties and see old friends, of course. The Italian government could look at her Italian assets and her visit and easily make the case that her fiscal domicile is still in Italy. The risk here is immense. Not only could they demand she pay taxes on the worldwide income, but they could also apply a wealth tax on the foreign assets and hit her with enormous penalties. The value of her assets in Italy could be completely compromised. With our fiscal passport, we built a bulletproof case again. We provided evidence of her Swiss residency, her economic ties to Switzerland, and a clear legal distinction between her Italian investments and her new life. The fiscal passport became her ultimate proof, demonstrating that her center of interest was not in Italy anymore. The 2-year review cycle ensures that her life and investment change. Her fiscal passport remains current and effective, providing her with the protection that she needs. The fact is that tax residency is not a matter of a simple address change. It's a legal battle, and the burden of proof is on you. But you don't have to fight this battle alone. We've built a tool, a process, and a team that is qualified to help you. Our fiscal passport service is not just about avoiding taxes. Listen carefully. It's about reclaiming your freedom. It's about ensuring that you can live the life you want, where you want, with the peace of mind that your tax status is legally and definitely secure. If you're a successful individual with ties with Italy and you want to protect your financial future from the assumption of tax residency in Italy, we invite you to reach out. We will be honored to show you how our fiscal passport can change your life.
At Studio Rigo, we provide tax and strategic guidance for those navigating international complexity with significant interests in Italy. We work quietly, precisely, and always with the long term in mind. If you expect nothing less than clarity and control, you'll know where to find us. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.